What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Michael here, and welcome back to the glorious channel that is FudgeMuppet. Today I want to shed some light on the idea of having Skyrim's level by doing system in the next Fallout game, or any Fallout game for that matter. I'm making this video in response to some comments I've seen recently on our Ideal Fallout New Orleans video. Watch this video and you'll get lost in a whole new world, especially if you love creativity and want to explore an entire video game concept that we've just created. It's being received really well and everyone's commenting their own ideas to create some intense discussion. The majority of people agree with what we want to see, especially in regards to leveling, and that is keeping Fallout's XP-based level system. However, there were a few others who wondered if it could be better to have a level by doing system in Fallout. You know, the really immersive system that Skyrim uses where you level up what you're using by using it. Swing a sword and get better at swinging swords. You get the idea. I must say this does sound pretty cool, and it is in Elder Scrolls, but there's definitely some complications with doing this in a Fallout game, so what I'm going to do is tell you guys all the reasons that I see which prevents this system being used in Fallout, and makes me believe that we should definitely stick to the XP-based leveling system. Also, make sure you watch the whole video before you comment, just in case I say what you're about to comment, and then you realize afterwards that I've already said it. So first thing to address is actually whether or not we have skills back. If we're still using a system that just uses perks, then leveling by doing definitely doesn't work. What are you going to do, level up your ricochet perk by taking bullets? Probably not. So we're going to have to assume that this theoretical next Fallout game has skills back, and like I said, we go super nerdy on this in our New Orleans video. So complication number 2, the skills in Fallout and the way the game is built doesn't really facilitate level by doing. For example, let's look at the science skill. Imagine the only way to level up this skill, which as we know used to determine our hacking, was by actually hacking terminals. For starters, it'd be hard because there's not a ridiculous amount of terminals in the game, but the main issue I see here is that you can't actually hack any high-level terminals until the end of the game, when you're good at hacking terminals. So by the time you're actually good at hacking, you would have missed out on a whole bunch of quest-related computers that have high science requirements and high tier rewards. Speech would also be awkward as there's not enough speech or charisma checks available to level at a good pace, and you wouldn't be able to pass them if you weren't convincing enough early on anyway, and the only way to become convincing is to pass speech checks. It's like a survival difficulty version of the needing work experience to get a job but can't get a job because you don't have experience dilemma. The survival skill and medicine skill could also be a bit dodgy, but enough about that, I'm sure you see the picture already. The next thing I thought of revolves around a level cap. If there is a level cap, a level by doing system doesn't promote experimentation. If you're curious as to what laser weapons feel like, and you start shooting them around and level up your energy weapons skill, you've then wasted valuable leveling space for your character, which could have been used on a skill you're actually going to stick with. But even then, let's stick with not having a level cap. The main thing that springs to mind with this actually revolves around being forced to break immersion and role-playing to get the most out of your character. Imagine you're playing a sniper build. You're stealthy and you use long-ranged silenced rifles, and perhaps you're great at hacking and lockpicking your way into anywhere. However, the day comes when you max out the skills you use, and suddenly you can't level up anymore by using what your character actually uses. You're then faced with two options: stay as a half-baked build and never level up again to get new perks, or start using skills you don't need to use that don't fit your character in order to level up. So pretty much you'd have to start running around as a stealthy sniper, throwing grenades and launching mini nukes out of a fat man so you can level up your explosive skill and therefore gain the ability to get the next level and get more perks for sniping. By being forced to master every single skill, not only do you have to break role-playing immersion, but it also diminishes the purpose of a second playthrough because you've experienced everything the game has to offer. Furthermore, if there were NPCs like the guards in Skyrim who comment on your skills, you could find yourself in a similar situation to walking around as a giant barbarian Nord who only uses big claymores, being told that you look like a conjurer and that you should conjure up a bed for the guard to sleep in, because you know your character is totally a mage. As I said in our Ideal Fallout 4 video that we made before Fallout 4 came out, a level by doing system means that you must use your plasma rifle with a 15 energy weapon skill rather than your anti-material rifle with your 100 gun skill in order to get more XP to level up and get the high level perk you want for your guns skill. A final point I've been thinking about is also how stats would play into this. If intelligence affects how fast you level up, then you'd also be forced to spec into intelligence even if it didn't fit your character. If you wanted a big, dumb, tough raider who was super strong and used melee weapons, you wouldn't be able to get good with melee weapons and kick ass very quickly because your intelligence would restrict you. And even when intelligence did affect skill point allocation, you could still get good at something fast as a dumb character by allocating all your points available towards the one certain skill. And that's everything I wanted to say. As I said before, everyone does tend to agree with the level by doing system staying in Elder Scrolls and keeping the XP leveling system for Fallout. But if you have any more interesting thoughts on the topic at all, please do let us know what you think. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And if you want to get more videos like this and more ideal videos like the one we just made, you can subscribe. I look forward to nerding out with you again next time.